Sponsored by Vakil 20.
Yeah, my people, now they another they don't shake for another strong mock news. Now my people doesn't they know they use power to the bomb boy. If you like, go take nicotine, iodine, tramadol. So but we can hang you. I have strength you over your mohare. And pastor when they pray, they give grace, not they close to eye. They use one eye the surgery. In case the grace when just do one kind, say, Usher, hold him. Because say, choristers sing. You understand now? Now story where you hear now you tell the wise. So today mock news is not a small mock news, but it's a very long mock news. Who wear white? Not they play with all year. It's under Ghana more baraku nene. So today mock news, in case you never know, na me they call Pararan party and Pararan one of Africa. Agbo di magi. I don't wise talize. Say it is how go call that car. Now pressure we get to the media animal work up. So today. Mock news, it's not a small mock news. the table strong. Today I'm ready for that. We'll go straight to the reason why we are here. Dimi, he cross Korean is no man one here Kima because today I'm coming.
Breaking news.
I want talk to mock news. Want talk say so. I want mad again. To the search for the truth. News not the place. Pararan let the look face. Mock news let the look face. Truth talk well. But politicians run well. Pastors run well. Pararan mother jackets well. I want to matter again.
Breaking news.
Shaping the news. Mock news one talk. I want to matter again.
Another casa don't bust again. I do my phone call the ring. Only be say we hot sun nana. I look the number na foreign number. I say what one? Who they call me from? Obodo Ibo. As I pick the corner, I call the year. Pararan won't Tiana. I say who China person they call me? Say no, Debbie. We not be China people. We be Ghana people. I say Ghana person they speak won't Tiana. What do you mean? He said, you know, about here, what did they happen for Ghana? So what did they happen? He said, they don't play us while you. I said, Nigerians don't start again. Who play now while you Azan? Now, Hush Puppy, they say, no, say Hush Puppy, they learn for this Kululu. I was like, who play now Kululu? He said, nah. One pastor, those of you don't know the pastor, his name Agrada. Native daughter, where they break, he say, God, call her. Buy big Bible. If you see Bible, Moses they learn. That 10 commandments when they watch, I will learn you. If you see tie, if you they preach here. Since when the woman open church, Ghanaians got to play with her intelligence. Because the woman they see the way Nigerian pastor they buy private jet, they do like this. They live well. As he open the church, all free and tight. Not the past 30 Ghana cedis. The woman they look the church member. Not the past 40 Ghana cedis. And they can dance. No Ghana people time for all free. And they just hear one crown, watching now. Obishi say, and the woman will say don't make money. He will check off free boss. 30 Ghana cedi. I say no. I know what to do. Now the woman call all the church members, say, come. I want to turn and say there is power in the name of God. He said when Jesus Christ see the crowd, he said bring bread. Bring like this and fish. Now Jesus Christ make them plenty. Let us say, hey, so for what you want to try to talk. He said, if you have 100 Ghana cedis, I will make it 1,000 Ghana cedis. When you have 1,000 Ghana cedis, I'll double it 10,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000 Ghana cedis, 20,000 Ghana cedis. Now Ghana start to run. Hey, everybody got to bring money. Bring money. They can't give pastor. Everybody got to wait to see how the money want to multiply. They can't share the pastor not. Transport said they not get. They got to say, pastor, how far? The money now, obey double. The pastor, he know about himself, not call even they go. They call the year say, the pastor they do visa, he won't even go Uzbekistan. Now they Ghana shot. Mewo. So come the church carry share. So even picture of Jesus Christ. Wait they do like this. So carry one hand, go like this, or carry Pararan. Don't tell me that.
Ghana for Masworden. Evans champion international ministry. Also for Ghana, sorry for now. And say Anajo, that was Friday, and then Saturday. I want to sorry, but there is a confusion in Siwa. But Kasa.
Yeah, sorry. Now, also by my iska. Why do you be 20 million, 10 million, 5 million? I didn't confuse baby. We are also the Beman farm on. Let the program be night.
Okay. Intimate no can I say? Okacha was a no Jessica. And now your point, sorry, what Jim Musika now. Just a lorry fair cry. Lorry fair cry, what Jim lorry fair. Papa, I did 10 million. I do 10 million. No problem. Wow. It's your job be 10 million. Tinenia brepa. I was my video no come one person any by video. It was okay near Kosowa. I saw him on Omunio. A bit free as far as Winiba. Who I see Kumasi for you Tamale. Not. That's in Gofaba. Ebi so be fa akonya it's almost can o be fa akonya dey ate it obi afa akonya ba ko o so dey go bie ti members no right inside almost go fa akonya exactly.
You these men of God and see people they do for this country people for make steady. Why you go call somebody catch there you go format and take 1,000 million your mother see Ghana you people Ghana you people for
Ani wasi fwenye na onso fwenye kitu ano mama brands amawo ipata kwa mko media why social media we will report wa mko social media amaso fwenye kitu ano mama bro
so enye easy wa akra o enye easy serious commotion pa na agrada akoso wa no was nkofo free chire na eba ebi free Kumasi ebi free Winiba ebi free Mankesim ebi so wo weja here ndo hwa enye easy pon tamafo nyina ba enti ebusuafo enye oman mu yede ne amadi ago too much yede ne amadi ago oman mu too much mami ye nyina ni ne a oye oman mu ba tie yi ni ene ye hwe Katomate. Be just surprise nya so mu a. Enti no ebusuafo me ngbe si a was go for whom I be an omit me. Enti no Mama Pat, evangelist Mama Pat. Agrada ono wa fraud go for sa. Enti no. Enye izo, enye izo.
Go to alone nyina wa pray hu nyina wa je. Ye no iska.
loans 8 million. Any lot of credit card.
Wow, and easy. Okay.
Woman, now there the IGP said no. May they go buy the woman. May they buy and come. Now they for police station and they investigate the matter. Whether I real mafia the church member money or but the woman they just say no now offering they use and do. Say they use and give, they use money give God. You go return her for where the money from God. Those of them never watch that when they can't go court, they not grant her pay. Oh yeah, Rigadilla. Woman, Nigeria and Ghana people and especially the West Africa, what did they do now? The biggest church or the richest, Pararan, what did you talk? No, incorrect. The richest church in this world, it come from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, like this. And we still they live life like this. They just turn and say, give, and heaven will be open. We all don't see heaven open. They just say, they have spiritual eye. When you they go buy something now. So God now go leave spiritual money. Now physical money now God will take. God can use physical thing. But you know, when we want to talk now, God does say no. We know they see spiritual thing and they tell me say make I bring my physical thing to God. All of them we just they give. Oh, dangerous giver. Oh, like this, they give an award. You are just doing yourself. A lot of all the church for Africa. They be scammers, all these pastors. If they just read them one thing, then read philosophy, everything. They got blown now. Many Yahoo boys now are a pastor now. Everywhere they full. These people they play so. We want make the pastor bring the money back. I trust the Ghana IGP. But not only this woman, all those big ones when they give respect, they see they dupe people too. All those big pastors when they say, oh suffer. That one they be the original thief. And because say this woman never get personality, now make una feel arrest and so all the rest ones, when I know what they talk, now so they see be for Nigeria here. Pastors, what you go do on for Africa? Go straight or down in some time. Oh, Bemu go down also. They say if something strong too much, small blood go follow am, but I don't just call the name because of say people go they eat if they read this news or they watch this news. All these women where they marry anything, so far the person get like this, he get like this, you just marry born. You not study your husband. More than they study them now. Some husband who na marry, they be beast. Some they be scorpion. Some na bears. Some na wizard. One woman born twins. One boy, one girl. The two children not be even different papa. The twins and one papa born them all. The woman with the two children, they sleep. The husband come out. As the husband come out, oh yeah, now he go call your David close scrutiny. Call your step down. He go take this, take my power, take like this. Now the man call they take. The man don't take the finish as they come, cause they see double. He reach us. Whether if it's na the pikin, I be wife or na the wife got turn pikin o. Now the man rush a 5 years old girl. Omo na call your lash, he twa. Mama wake up. You see somebody like horse inside foul body. Now mama na call push man come out. Do not be small. You call the man anywhere even beat the woman before the man call run till now they find her. Papa don't go high. Now your own pikin, your own daughter. Call your sponge. I'm gonna call your wound. You know me say the woman even quick wake. We don't know what for do the pikin. Papa rape your own pikin. I know say some of them they wait for regarding not day. I just let you know want know, but this day. Any woman we born girl pikin, please. Whether na the papa you want live am for, or na the peer senior brother or senior cousin, I beg as you come, check your age. It be pot own age, check it out. Because now, who they do person now, you know they fire again now before it fire, it there around now. Girls pikin muna take care of them. Now you just say, oh uncle, but your mama na me gonna de me gari, me forget hearing before you come now. You don't know how they go do the pikin. Young man, you know before you do jara, just sogro yeah. Take care of girl pikin. Not be everybody they throw girl pikin for. I'm gonna go straight to other news no time. For the past how many weeks now, one song now they trend for Nigeria, especially Africa. I don't know about other country. The song now Fireboy and Asake na singer say, I never see this one coming. Obe coming. Jigwiji coming. You understand? I don't to get voice. What are they try talk? Oh, now where they live on our girlfriends. They give all those boys where they do like Tom and you understand? When they say, I don't do gay. Here we are like Ologbo Pemurento. I just be sorry for now. Because some of these boys that they come say, oh yeah, me one more time, oh yeah, me would one. Some of them they just they pretend because of hunger. James Brown, when they do neck like Tolo, you know, let this country rest. Duchess of London, what is of princess of what in and what in? Princess, now don't carry princess. I am no share princess. We cap now kiri kyo deko. You see pipeline. Where it is sponge, of who you buy sponge, so you know how to sponge. Or sponge. Tagadamo na teje okboraire assist. I see the son itself. The thing won't turn me. I say, no, I can never be turned off. I don't like those things. I say, wow. This one on our brother. Says tape now the trend now. I know some of them they say, oh. But if you look that thing, I know some of them they say, make I do regarding. I cannot do them because of Facebook and YouTube. So that if you see I know say now you go post this thing, so this rubbish. Now you go post them. Just 16 seconds. If you want to post on a sales tip, make una they give us full one book for facility the step down. Una cannot just go give us 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. If una want your drop, mona they drop like 30 minutes, 10 minutes, so that person go physically use and do something. Not when you go grrr. Na electric won't shock us. Because now I know say some of una just they drop them. Not everybody want trend. Trending without no money na every bad person. Those of you you just want drop unnecessary sex tape. Now, because of say now you want tell me say you don't know cosine. Say I can't sleep. Say this I see face. Mona they drop who? Ado. Go straight to other news, no time. Nigeria senators and other Africa country senators. Mona see one of our classmates. Because not be everything we go stand and say, oh, president, oh, like this. Some of them will be the senators. Nothing I don't do. Even for they are just raise motion. Nothing they do. On our community, do something. Even for society, even for Nigeria. Some of them not just do anything. When just go there to that big belly, sit down. Say, according to the constitution, your honor. Some of them that word, where they talk. Those who say nay, those who say hi, the nay has it. Only that thing that they use on until they do for inside that place. Nothing on they contribute. Some of them don't do for 15 years, 20 years, 16 years. Where they go? This man when they see so he name somewhere. Okojoto black. Just stick her like that. And not be from Guyana. This man are MP for Ghana. The kind things where this man they do. For general hospital, for school, for like the people who want to do free surgery, everything, just to make sure say society they okay. Because not be everything be president, not be every like this man they do one. MP. Things where don't do not be here. I say no. Not be every time I would come here, they insult people. I just want to tell Ghanaians, say, this man a better person. They send me things where they do, where they donate everything. I say, no, let me congratulate this man. You are a person. All the one who get here, has also big grammar and throw this and that they do. Even their own community, they cannot do anything. Those of you who never watch what they don't do. Oh yeah, regard the lava.
We are constructing a surgical theater in our constituency, but I believe in integrated solutions. You sit in a small district in rural Ghana, and whatever you do, you must recognize that there will be complicated cases. There will be special cases that will require a referral. And if you think that you are an island and you are okay, when those moments arise, you will be found wanting. So in putting the package together, we said that why not take advantage of this network that we have established with our partners in the United States of America, an institution called Supplies Overseas, ensure that you have full advantage, full impact across the entire spectrum, so that when those complicated cases arise and you have to refer patients from Northtown, the referral point, the immediate referral point is the regional capital in Ho. So that's why we went to Ho on Monday, and we have expressed our solidarity to make sure that they are part of this partnership that we are pursuing. They have received their items. We also know that the regional hospital has its limitations, and so they will normally refer, and the doctors here will confirm that every now and then I'm here to visit patients from Northtown who have been referred from Bator Catley Hospital to Idaho, and then subsequently to Kolebu. So we are here today to also let our consultants and experts in Kolebu know that we appreciate all their sacrifices, and once we have this opportunity, we also want them to be beneficiaries. What I like about this arrangement is that we are not here to dump equipment on Kolebu. There has been a lot of discussions behind the scenes.
It even goes beyond Ghanaians. This is probably the best institution you will get in the West African sub-region. And I've met Sierra Leoneans, Liberians, and you could see the sigh of relief they express. Oh, finally my Ghanaian doctor is here. I'm going to get better. That is the level of trust our West African neighbors have in us, including Nigerians. They all come here. So you have one of the best centers in the world with some of the best medical experts that you find anywhere across the world. And I'm very elated that all the discussions we had over the weeks and months, we finally got our equipment. And it's very instructive that this equipment are not just anything that is going to gather dust, but they're really going to serve us very well. And I'm going to take just one set. This is probably the first time in my life that I've seen this set of instruments. It comes in various sizes.
So our challenge here is to make the service affordable, and that's why we need assistance. So with something like this, if an operation will cost 5,000 Ghana cedis, it will be 500 Ghana cedis, because when you are referred from Pristia or Northtown, nobody comes to Kolebu with a very simple disease. That we see everybody, and we are going to do it with the assistance from people like the MP. In him, and and it also goes to show the kind of passion with which he works.
But then many times we have highly dedicated staff who are committed to providing the best of care, but then they are handicapped by the kind of equipment and infrastructure that they are provided with, and so sometimes they do not get the kind of outcomes that they want to achieve. And so interventions like this are really, really critical to help us to bridge that gap. That's so honorable. This is a very good thing you've done, and I really like the way you've approached it, because it's not uncommon. I've been to various places, and sometimes you go adapt to some of the districts and you see high quality equipment that are needed at the tertiary level, but that are gathering dust.
Ghanaians say medawase, you too much. When they see on our age, some of na just dey position. Help your community, diddy. Help the country where you dey be MP or senator or governor, diddy. All what you want just do on a crew, want just to the thief. They see what this guy they do so. A good person. They not copy this one, no. But just buy private jet or they call you saying now you did the finance guy. You see now that time you see they want now that place they want go, but this is what you do now. They not agree do am. Oh, go emulate things. Nigeria na the only country where poor man thief. If you like, make the poor man hide for anywhere. They go find a come outside. They will give am placard, write the kind sin wey he do, hold am like this, and they never carry am go court. Frustrate that person, lost everything. Before they will call leave am, make her turn back, maybe square one. Nigeria might be the only country. For the past how many weeks now, Tompolo and the boys them everywhere, they catch people. They see things where they drill the oil like this. Now, the vessel. They don't catch vessel, they drill our oil to Ghana, Tema. Ghanaians, they say no now. On a place that they pass, they thief our oil and they come from now, but nobody that's how they go. Say they thief our oil, they scale them from this side. Can you with Tema? Be abonati, can I actually, if they have enough. Those are about washing where they bond this something, where they catch the vessel. Oh yeah,
the sound of gunshots reverberate the air here on Warri River. It's all an attempt to end the voyage of the Emma, a 1,500-ton vessel which has robbed Nigeria of its resources for years, stealing its crude and selling it to Ghana. On the 6th of October, the beginning of the end started for this vessel. It was apprehended after an ambush was laid by the JTF and Tantita Security Services, loading crude oil illegally from a hose connected to a pipe flowing from Abiteye to Escravos, which is being operated by Chevron. The vessel has operated under so many names over the years. Deborah, Ebiene, Lizzie. We know it today as Diema, and its journey has come to an end. Before the fire, we finally put a face to some of the culprits behind Nigeria's massive oil theft. Standing on the vessel used for operation for years, this crew sailed from Lagos to Warri. At Sangara, 2 kilometers away from the Escravos tank farm, an ambush was laid by the JTF and Tantita Security Services. Diema had been on the radar of Maritime Security Services for a while now.
The crew were quite smart, there's no doubt about it. They were very smart, but they were not smarter than country. That's the aspect, not smarter than the NNPC. So what had happened was that it's among the list of vessels being monitored constantly, and it's been evading authorities for quite a while now. And its route is very funny. It's been frequenting the Niger Delta and at the same time carrying crude illegally to Ghana, precisely Tema.
The oil loaded on the 6th of October would be their last operation. The vessel came in from Escravos and had no idea security were waiting where they loaded. The 87-meter-long vessel with 12 compartments was not designed as an ocean vessel. It's a river vessel which has been modified to suit the purpose it serves: oil theft on the ocean.
In the past, we have seen the ship, but we didn't have the platform to be able to legally apprehend the vessel. As you know, everything is about jurisdiction and empowerment to do so. We didn't, but we never stopped because it's our country. We love our country, so we'll continue to watch it, no doubt about it. And it's our region too. I mean, you saw the devastation caused by this type of business. So we have never stopped looking at all of these things. We have more under our watch list, no doubt about it, but what we are using this medium to plead is that they should just stop.
Stealing from a major trunk line that supplies the Chevron terminal, 5 compartments out of 12 on this vessel have crude. 650 cubic meters of crude separated into several compartments was found on board. They couldn't finish loading owing to the arrival of security operatives. The captain of the vessel says the vessel was hijacked and claims he joined the ship 2.5 months ago. But records show the ship was detained in Nigeria in September 2021 for an automatic identification systems infraction. Those who arrested it didn't probe further and didn't suspect what it was used for. However, documents show that he was the captain of the ship. His story doesn't add up.
I was not hold here. I was in.
Talk to her. Continue.
I was in.
Their accomplices are on the run. A manhunt has been launched for their arrest.
This exposure has further iterated and affirmed the fact that sometimes you need a non-state user or non-state partners in this oil and gas sector in Nigeria, because sometimes there could be compromise from government and top government functionaries, but there are some security specialists that cannot be compromised, and they know the topography of the region. They are also well abreast. They have this skill and expertise when it comes to security. So when you give these people this job, just as the NNPC Limited just did, it will go a long way to curb this issue.
Do you think this is something that can be put to a stop in the shortest time possible, or do you think it is so entrenched?
It's a matter of political will and commitment. If you have the political will, there is nothing that cannot be done. Yes. Even if it cannot be totally eliminated, it can be minimized to a manageable dimension.
Diema's journey has finally come to an end, as the vessel, which operated on water for years, is stopped by fire. The military is sending a message with this action.
The best way you could solve a country's problem is to issue a strong message that this is not the path to go or follow. So this is one of the messages, though it's got its carrot and stick approach to it. But if you decide to take the kid's glove approach, this vessel, you could end up tomorrow with an injunction not to go near it. 1 year down the road, the same oil you are protecting will come into the environment, pollute the environment, or it can get stolen again.
What we saw today is a product of that collaboration that we anticipated under the security architecture. As you are aware, the aim of that architecture is to be in a position to detect, deter, respond, and subsequently recover the barrels. Obviously, technology has a lot to play. I'm glad that you, along other journalists, has visited the Command and Control Center. That was a center established by NNPC that will enable us to see everything that is happening on top of our waters. Talk about the deep water, the blue waters. Talk about the brown waters and the back waters. We have capability under the command and control room to detect whatever illicit activity that is happening.
Diema was one of many vessels on the watch list of maritime security operatives. The move is on to apprehend many more. Another illegal connection has been discovered on a 48-inch export line on Forcados terminal operated by Shell Petroleum Development Company. It was traced by Tanteta to an abandoned Aji platform where stealing for export possibly takes place. The government is sending a message. Diema, Ebieme, Lizzie or Deborah will never ply Nigerian waters again. It's a very strong message the government is sending today to other oil thieves. The country.
Woman, if na so na want to catch thief, Nigeria will continue to stay like this. We will now want to show us Now here they pass the thief the oil. Now this bucket they pass till they pack the oil. Now here the something they pass where they take the thief. My brother, who thief the something I will want see? If you not like, show the shovel where they take dig the ground, where they take drill the oil. Show the rope where they take they draw the something. What did they do now? Una not sabi do investigation. Una bond the something on and they send signal to them that we are coming. No be signal be that. Cash one come one of the rich. Make, so that the one that they bond the vessels, Mona bring everything down so that another person when they think to thief go fear. Not be to bond this one to say we don't see her here. Where the people where thief the something now ghost none of the pursue. We feel they see where they dig past, we feel they, but the main people so where they do this on this so I mean like every TV. If you not fit show us people where thief the oil, we not show us anything. We not we waiting now. All the hush puppy where they catch so FBI go tell they say we see laptop, but we not see hush puppy. We see this one. What did they do now? That's what they do investigation. We just they play. We just they play. Where the people where they drill the oil, we won't see. May they face the law. May they give them how many years sentence so that other people go they learn. But Nigeria no, you distress vessels say I'm sending signal. No nah. When I don't they work for MTN company, those send signal. May they take make up. We want to see who they do the thing. I don't want to see all this thing again. No. Case of put on polo. Tebra, take a palma. If you want to show us anything, any evidence, we not get the person we do not show us. We not pay you 4 billion through way for you to just show us where the thing they pass and the vessel they take the thief. We pay you 4 billion to bring people to book. We want to see the human. Because it's our money. You go. Oh God, straight down is no time. If you dey look for husband, come here. For the past how many years now, you dey look for husband. Husband they had you to get. You don't pray. You don't fast. You don't buy all those things so that they do, all those that they say, just to tie people down, but nothing they work. You dey look for your husband. I don't know say to even get husband no hard until this video. So those of you now when they look for husband and you don't pray, your prayer request, you don't write, say this year, 2022, I must marry. Don't go far. You must marry if you watch this video. This video will guide you to what you will do to marry. Those of you know watch
as a single girl wey be say you never marry, you dey go church to church, they find husband, they find who go marry you. Try the open toto. Now the toto where you never open, now make you never see husband where go marry you. The open toto. The key is your toto. You don't see husband today, not your toto. Toto is the master key. Almost in church 100 years. The open toto. Toto is the key. A lot of you girls, resingle, unewere aludi unu nye pastor. Hey, echi in na church. One day in na church. Ina aga baratu all like this. Resex pota. Techa. Ba umu oke n'anya. Mobula ifuchiri ishi. You tie hair, tie ear. Kofa sacha ahu gi niile owu nu chogadi. Ichogadi, the key to ichotadi would they open your toto. Oh yeah, with the key. Ichotadi, they open toto. Kana rapu gopu. Men of these days, they don't longer go to church. Yes, careful feeling that digging on a church. Some man got a church. Me na join no masha, get join no masha, let me na ludi. No man no longer wants a righteous wife. How to a shower vibe, how to a touch of woman shower. Because some they can do okay righteous, some they can do buha. On the can you have to sa. They open toto where a shower experience. They open toto. Ino ge sapiro, ge sapi ya mukama gezibu. Na gezibu oto. Owo otishi na woke na ayo owo tako ge shaloke. Nowadays, Anahukadi 99% of men now hang in the streets. Hang on in the streets. Each of them sitting at church now because walk hejega church. Hejega church. So in the point down, no, even kin on a church, in on a church 100 years in Hubedi, try ya but to a show. Me no na church 5 years and gain a church in Hubedi, but to show 1 year. Kill them at your destiny husband or one a shower man, kitchen Jaya Buria, Unugal Wadina Mune. They open Toto. Toto is the key. Onya bagaka nga nyo. Onya bagaka ranyo to nyo. Simple.
Woman, I be smarting at the year. I say this thing 1 year so. Only me cannot hear this thing. I need to hear. Ah, sister. The only way I gather you. Not be everything I will talk for English. That's so. You will now just come. Social media. When I know say this thing they go viral. You just come open mouth. If you deliver husband, open Panyaka. When you open Panyaka, your husband will come. So after they go charge, hey. If you open like the way you dey talk, I not just say if you get mad. If you don't know what they call capo, I say capo. Equal for war. Some people now am that I already dra. You just dey. You not get advice to give people. You just come with this. That's why it just be. Not only this girl wey talk raw like this. A lot of people wey they even get PhD like this one, they say they listen to for church, everything. Some of them never get sense. But because of say you know they see because of poverty, you will say because say you poor, you not go get sense rich Dangote. Say because if we make Dangote rich na sense na lie. Ekpa fe, ekpa vie, oko Nigeria ekpa. Na be all this one so. And so some of you they listen to bad advice with the cause problem. If your mama open like this, they will feel born you. If you never know your pa, Scalewa. Nigeria are the only country where you go come from. You can be slave for your own country. You will say your own fellow citizen who they stress you for country where they stress am more. Instead of make you go meet the people they stress am. Now you will done your own way, you see get stress. Now you come carry frustration to your press. This fine girl na the see so. He turn things. Since we that kidnap for the Kaduna. Now this girl did before they finally release her. Fine girl. With the girl talk, I watch things with another guy. And so where people they suffer. This one are your own country. Now people they suffer like this. So those of never watch her. Oh yeah.
We started the journey for a week before they took us to and handed us over to the community. I didn't know I was leaving the camp. They just came on unexpected and said we should pack our things.
After hearing that Louise Azofar's blood transfusion procedure was successful, we moved quickly for an interview. She had been transferred from the Nigerian Air Force Medical Hospital in Kaduna to a private medical facility for further treatment. An uncontrollable excitement fills the air. Friends and well-wishers with great joy are yet to see her. Since her admission, she has received some intravenous fluids and pints of blood. Louise Azofar, who's 21 years of age and a 300-level student of Kaduna State University, was of keen interest to her abductors. One of the terrorist commanders threatened to forcibly marry her. Her fate would have been like that of Leah Sharibu, the Chibok girl who is still in captivity and her whereabouts unknown.
They will just ask you, I want to marry you and I want to keep you and I want you to convert to my religion. So it's left for you to either agree or to reject. But it was an offer and I rejected it. They don't force people.
Among those who were recently released from captivity is Mohammed Abdullahi, a core member. He also spent 191 days in terrorist den, and the trauma of his ordeals lingers.
I'm a youth core member. I'm serving at Niger State. At that very day, I went to Niger State to submit my documentation. So on my way coming back, I just decided to follow train. So I followed the train that day. On my way coming back home, we just occurred the accident.
Did the terrorists tell you why the train was attacked in the first place?
They told us that they attacks that train just because of government. They are fighting against government.
Multiple skin escurations on his legs were caused largely by mosquito and sandfly bites. Mohammed has developed symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. He gets memories of terrifying events he witnessed while in captivity.
Whenever I had a sound of aircraft, so I feel very bad because of that's a very critical condition that we face in that bush.
Both freed victims confirmed to Arise News that they were fed twice a day. Those who fall ill are treated by medical doctors in the forest.
We cook in the morning and then in the evening we eat twice a day. So anytime we're sick, they bring drugs. Then that's just it.
Sometimes we do take tuwo with soup. Sometimes we do take rice. Sometimes there is one kind of food they used to do with corn flour, was called dambu. Yeah, that's the major three foods.
For Louise, her release came to her as a shock. She says they all trekked in the forest for 1 week before they were set free.
I never knew I was going to come out. Even if I was going to come out, it was going to take a while. So I didn't know. I was just there, just praying to God, waiting for the day I will leave the camp.
After spending 6 months and 10 days in captivity, Louise Azufa, Mohammed, and other freed trained victims are faced with the challenge of recovering from post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a journey that will take time, but one thing is certain: their release from the terrorist den has brought great relief to the nation.
Woman, this one our own country. Now they'll take kidnap us for our country. As Nigeria get money rich, budget, everything. If they won't do like this, newspaper budget not be here like this, just to read newspaper. If you hear budget, common just internet. Now they won't spend 40 billion for internet for just Aso Rock. I don't know what they won't even watch. So I don't know watch it blue film million. Somebody go kidnap person for Nigeria. Not be one, not be two, not be three, not be 10. Kidnap like 100, 200, 500. They'll call use the 500, whether they fold the human being inside bag, use them, keep them for one place. Nigeria army go dey fine, call Togo, call Benin, hello, now see our citizen 500. I don't just understand. When I no go see them, they kidnap all these people for past how many months now. And now this girl they come. So now so they really answer whether you want to marry them or you go join them. Like you dey see for our own country, and we did there. This was the fight PDP, they fight APC, they fight PDP. Both APC and PDP, una two don't disgrace this country. And not just they talk because of saying election time. And una know. And not be like all those Nigerians who say, oh yeah, more test Tinubu, oh yeah, more test Atiku. All those testing I will take days so. No, now they spoil this country. This is our own country. Una two just day. They frustrate the country just to make sure so una dey okay, dey power. APC they frustrate Nigeria, PDP they frustrate. Just for una to just dey power. We go dash on the country soon. It's on a rubbish now for your own country. See the way you suffer. If this person come up for Nigeria and not come back again, if you hear 9, go straight to other news, no time. Very soon, nobody go to know where you won't go again. Because everywhere you go now, they key. You go church, I can't bump away in Nigeria. No place safe again for this country. You say make you go club, oh, you dey come back, or they go kidnap you. If kidnapper no kidnap you, EFCC go hold you. EFCC no hold you. Red Beret police go hold you. They just that. I don't know where peace dey now. You there as either they call assassin you or they kill you or no light. The frustration for this country don dey too much. Common doctor wey dey work for hospital for Kwara State, e dey kill people like say na vampire. So here na wash evil dead you. Baby, key to get buried under. I even dey watch this and say, no, not be every news we need to dey read come outside. How can a doctor dey kill people like this? Go inject them. Those of you know they can go hospital up and down. Now they read this news for any smart thing. You don't open leg. You don't like don't abeg give me one like this. You can't inject it well. If you don't know. Those of you know watch out here regarding.
The sudden disappearance of some supporting staff of the General Hospital Kayama in Kwara State had for some time been a hard nut to crack for the residents and the police in the area. Late last year, 2 female ad hoc staff went missing and the cases were reported. Investigations into the matter, however, met a brick wall. A parade of criminal suspects by the Edo State Police Command in September this year gave a new twist to the cases of disappearance of persons in Kayama.
I'm here on the allegation of murder and armed robbery.
Do you have any regrets being here on this time?
No. Please, I think it's okay now. I'm done. Please, please, I've spoken to you. I've spoken to you. Please don't humiliate me further again.
Smell from the body was that of chemical, to the extent that the medical team, had it tough with the odor from the body, chemical content. It was then Dr. Abbas Adio Adeyemi Adebowale broke down in tears and confessed further that yes, he injected pesticide and other substance and killed the victim immediately.
An interaction with the suspect gives further clue. This shallow grave and waste bin were found to contain bodies of his victims.
Is in the store, the first entrance where the storekeeper sits down. That is where we got an grave. He has buried one lady there, used mattress to cover. Then the main store where other properties are kept, that is yet to be used property. That is where he dumped one of our missing nurse.
Getting from them was the fact that they have made the suspect, and the suspect further confirmed or confessed to the killing of another 2 other victims. He said one boy was declared missing. That boy was taken, according to the suspect, through what the IPO said, that a boy took him to the clinic for treatment on a motorbike, popularly called Okada. He was sitting on the rider of the bike was sitting outside waiting for him to. When he waited for so long and the guy did not come out, he had to leave. And up to today, according to the report, the victim was nowhere to be found. That was exactly what the doctor said, that he killed the boy and he has sold parts to some people.
Family members of one of the victims gather in prayers as they demand for justice. The Emir of Kayama says he is disappointed in the action of one of their own.
It's where he was involved, where he confessed of killing people and all this thing. Everybody was very disgusted, everybody. But it's very well. They saw the level of the society we have now. Like your trust on people have to be, or even your own children, all this thing. What led to that one, we don't know, man. It may be courtesy, love of money, all those sort of things.
I believe on destiny, and I believe on my God that is the design that God has made on Nafisat. That probably that is the way that probably everybody God. There's nobody that will die without any reason. Definitely, something will definitely have to come or whatever of the thing. But since the death is right into the custody of probably somebody who is to save life or whatever of the thing, I believe I strongly believe, even if at all I died today, I strongly believe that in fact justice is going to prevail.
Now, all eyes are on the Edo and Kwara State Police Commands to harmonize their investigations and press for charges, while the state government is expected to restore sanity to the 30-year-old Kwara secondary healthcare.
Things just they happen for this country, from one department to another. Doctors, now they keep people like this. You where they want to swear to save life. I'm not sure whether the frustration of this country, from one bad something to another. Now, if you can suspect your owner, you don't suspect each other now. You don't know you. I'm going to go straight to other news, no time. Some of you now will not get patience for life. Where they visit alone and I life hard for. When I call you a story of Amitabh, I don't know how we call that. Amitabh. This man where they art Indian film just turned 80 years. That was 2 days ago. I was in India. I was there for some. If I don't travel now, they look me I know what I was supposed to picture. Now then they call me say, I said, what did happen? See this man they do this thing make I come, we can go to bed. Where I hear suffer, where this man does suffer from one disappointment to another before it turns star like this. Even as some of them don't give up. Those of them don't here because just make I play this song so that some of them will get some kind of sense because some kind of small misunderstanding and also oh, God not love me, God not love me. Now maybe another the waka native doctor waka, another the waka pastor waka. Call here story. Oh yeah, record
Today, the 11th of October, Indian megastar and arguably the most influential Indian actor on the planet, Amitabh Bachchan, turns 80. We have known him as the angry young man, the legend and icon, but behind all these successes has been innumerable rejections. Take a look.
India's megastar Amitabh Bachchan turns 80 today. Coming from a non-filmy background, Bachchan didn't have it easy at all. The year was 1973. After being rejected by the audience 12 times came Zanjeer, Amitabh Bachchan's first hit film as a hero. But before being rejected by the audience, he faced a lot of other rejections. Rewind to the 60s. In 1969, Amitabh Bachchan entered a talent contest that his brother told him about. He got rejected in the preliminary round itself. But this wasn't his first ever rejection. Let us now take you to the year 1968. This is the photo that he used as a portfolio to make his way into the film industry. Even he agrees it was a bad choice. In a social media post, he said, "My application picture for a job in the movies, 1968, no wonder I was rejected." No, not his first rejection either. In the same year, Amitabh Bachchan finally bagged his first ever screen test. It was actor Nargis who recommended him to filmmaker Mohan Sehgal, who was then auditioning for Sajan. He agreed to do a screen test of this new boy. Well, 3 days after his audition, Sehgal rejected Bachchan. The filmmaker even complained about Bachchan wasting his time and raw stock. We would say at least he made it to a screen test. Post this came many such rejections, one after the other. Would you believe it if we tell you that Bachchan constantly lost out on roles because of his height? Filmmaker Manmohan Desai once even commented that this 6-feet man would go nowhere. It's a different story that after Amar Akbar Anthony, he did not make a single film without Amitabh Bachchan. And now let us take you to the year 1967. He was just out of college and was looking for a job. He was rejected everywhere he went. We are not saying it, he said it himself in an interview. "I failed to get a job because I was either not qualified enough or I was too shy or I was too tongue-tied during my interview." Now we will tell you a story which you might think you have already heard a million times, but there is a twist. The story about senior Bachchan being rejected by All India Radio. The popular radio announcer back in the 60s was Amin Sayani. In an interview, he said that back in 1967, he used to do 20 shows in a week. Most of his time was spent in the sound studio. Sayani was told that a tall, lanky boy called Amitabh Bachchan had come and wanted to test his voice for a job. But Sayani just couldn't take the time out to test him. So, Bachchan waited and then left. Later, he came back a couple of times, but because of some or the other commitment, Sayani never got to meet him. Much later, he learned that it was Amitabh Bachchan who came to visit him. Luck was clearly not in his favor, but certainly his baritone voice was not the reason for the rejection. This was Amitabh Bachchan's first encounter with rejection after stepping into the real world. But guess these moments are the ones that made him the Amitabh Bachchan. In the words of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun.
Woman, so much disappointment there. Some of them go is no let person hear what. Ona slippers never caught. The food they don't spoil. So much temptation everywhere don't spark. Ogiripo don't show. Take her easy. Now people, hey, why not? Holy me, this one get. All fingers are not equal. I don't suppose travel since. You know how many land I don't say. You know how many things they don't do. I ain't deny it. I don't know, say, maybe travel not be my destiny. You not go know. Some of all the disappointment when they get, maybe not be you or something. But maybe the real time where you take blue never reach. But some of them, everything are spiritual. Everything that they do you. Anybody you're ugly for your time, for your family. So on you, now they do it. So don't let people hear word. Wait for your time. And I rush again. Some of the problem we would face here, we do like now bad government. Not be spiritual problem, not be anything. When I show the rush up and down for this country. May God bless you. We'll go straight to other news. All my African brothers and sisters, when I come here, I get one special message for now. I know say some of them will say, hey, Pararan, will be real. You won't call insult now. No, I just want Mona listen to this man. Out of what he talk, he be like say sense they want him. But I just don't want to talk now. I just want Mona listen if I'll come back. Because of never watch when the man they talk.
The point I'm making is that a lot of these one-man run churches is contributing to even the instability of our currency.
Okay.
The reason is simple. When you go to their churches at the end of every service, the money they accrue at the end of the service, they are not accountable to anybody. They put this money into their boxes. Some go into offshore account, and consequentially, it has a toll on the stability of our currency. Then again, it is making people lazy. People are not thinking outside the box. Kofi, how on earth can you tell me that from Monday to Saturday, you spend about 4 days in church? Go to China. Okay, we gallivant around from Ghana to China looking for Sino Hydro loan. The China that we go there, hardly will you see China lining up from Monday to Saturday going to places of worship. Kofi, God is closer to everybody. And if you read Genesis, God created man in his or her own image. And we've made it look as if the people who don't go to church from Monday to Saturday, they are the devil. I totally disagree.
Okay.
Moving forward, Kofi, we need regulation to regulate religiosity, not only churches. We need a regulation of a sort, an instrument in Ghana that will regulate that, to be able to set up a church. These are the processes you need to go through. And if you cannot go through these processes, you dare not set up a church in Ghana.
Woman, wait till you talk now 100%, not even 100, 200%. All this church there, the amount of budget, all the money we would they make day and night, everything borrow for China, all of them they chew inside church. Church now no go use and they do anything, cause a lot of problem. Not be only Ghana, the thing they happen to Nigeria here. Pastors then on a rich pass, you see Pastor Chris, you take Paul redeem like this. Then when you talk, they say, and I'm serving a poor God. Jesus Christ died for me to be rich. No, alone I will be pastor the rich. I agree to that. Una just to take, do business with the something. Una not go do. Even business una will see do with the something. Now the one una see take from us. Una cannot even do business with even give people. Now the one una take for people, take for people, take for people. Now they cause a lot of problem. May they regulate religion, not only Christianity. If they not regulate, we're not going anywhere for Africa. These books there, where they bring counsel, these 2 books. I'm going to win. Go straight to other news, no time. When are they told I say, I look for buyer for this country, and they say, no, Nigeria go good one day. My brother, the thing they spoil more. Those of una wey know how to set things online, I don't know which one I dey wait for before now put Nigeria for eBay. eBay, whether they fit buy and wear there or anywhere, where of it sell this country so that make everybody just take it part. I just dey waka for internet, maybe who go the me blue film me see be no pepe. My face step down. You understand? Now I don't carry some kind of things near body. You understand? They find BF one want to see front. As I say, my turn now see this news one I want to read for now. So I say no. Only more of you see this thing. Those of no see no hear story. Oh yeah, we can do that.
Included in the budget proposal of 20.51 trillion naira for the 2023 fiscal year presented by President Muhammadu Buhari to a joint session of the National Assembly of the Presidential Villa plans to spend 14.8 billion naira on internet access, stationery and telephone charges, among others. In the budget, 67.1 million naira was budgeted for internet access to the villa, while stationery and computer consumables would be 79 million naira. 35.9 million naira was allocated for electricity charges, telephone charges and water rates. Each got 306.2 million naira, 6 million naira and 40.6 million naira respectively. 1.6 billion naira would be spent on personnel costs. Meanwhile, the sum of 35 million naira was budgeted for books and newspapers, with newspapers alone taking 26.4 million naira and books gulping 8.5 million naira. That's all for now.
I better put our president. I do. Like say you want to watch BF. What not in blue film? Just internet and so kind thing. 14 billion, 14 point something billion. Okay then. It be like the one from here, Brazil. I want to know Brazil heaven. 14 billion for budget for internet. The one where I see say they say they read newspaper of 20 something million for a budget. A budget na a year now. 20 something for newspaper. They are reading. What do you want to read? We read Africa, the full African newspaper. Why we just waste money up and down. Then if you finish, they say, oh, China did, and that China, in Iru Kre now, they know they see something. They are not just to borrow. And they all credit to, they are not just to borrow Africa. I don't know what they want to do. Whether they buy Africa small, we don't know. Maybe 14 billion. Agree to now. I'm already country now, sure. Ado. Oh, go say to other news, no time. So, my people, if you like what you are wearing, Apostle could run now. Oh, yeah, run. God, I'm too fine today. This air one I see years old. I don't know that every day one. So the guy good. So if you like what you are wearing, nah, this want to be this. Apostle could run. So now I will taste stuff. My name is Remepirin Parapati Yangota AK Pararan one of Africa. I go hold the Maggie. I'm not the first person to buy Maggie to take cook. Where came up? Of guy had the Maggie no get them for see you now for Saturday. I go understanding now. You want more when I'm gonna kill you. Or you teach how to have English. So those of you know understand what I talk just now. Hey, I don't go bring my mic come outside. Cut before they call see everything.
I want talk through to mock news want talk sense. I want to mad again. Hey, Parara the talk bitter truth to pain the bad people. Mock news to tell the people to. Sponsored by Fakil 20.